Yes, Monopoly, the world's most famous board game, is now Monopoly, the TV game. Here come the players. The red player, Robert. The gold player, Diane. And the green player, Ken. Here comes our hostess, Michelle Nicholas. And here's the host of Monopoly, Mike Reilly.
Thank you, folks, and welcome to Monopoly. It's not quite the Monopoly game we've all played for years. There's a slight change. On our version, when you acquire a property, we'll give you the value of that property, provided you give us a correct answer to our crossword puzzle-type clues. Now, players, remember, the pressure is on because at the end of the show, one of you will be playing for $25,000 or maybe even $50,000. All right. So let's go after those properties, starting with Mediterranean Avenue with a value of $60. Players, all correct answers on this first block. We'll begin with the letter C. The letter C. Here is your first clue. Birthday blowout. Diane.
Candle.
Candles is correct, Diane. You are the gold player. Let's turn Mediterranean Avenue gold. Deposit $60 into Diane's bank and move on to Baltic Avenue, also a $60 property. Your clue. Unpickled pickle. Ken.
Cucumber.
Cucumber is correct, Ken. You're the green player. Let's turn Baltic green. Give Ken $60. And Robert, you're going to get just a moment to collect your thoughts while Diane and Ken battle it out for control of this Monopoly. Diane, you have one property and a two-property Monopoly. You need one more property. That means one more correct answer. Ken, same situation. You need one more property. I need one more correct answer from you. If you're ready, Diane and Ken, here is your clue. Prom pin-on. Diane.
Corsage.
Corsage, Diane, in a race to the buzzer. Turn them both gold. And Diane, every time you take control of the Monopoly, we give you the value of all the properties in that Monopoly. The two $60 properties are $120 into your bank. Let's move on to Oriental Avenue with a value of $100. Robert, you're back in it. Everyone hands next to your buzzers. Here is your next clue. Grumpy crustacean. Robert.
Crab.
Crab is correct, Robert. You're the red player. Let's turn Oriental Avenue red. Put $100 into Robert's bank and move on to Vermont Avenue, worth $100. For Vermont and $100, here is your clue. Junior journalist. Robert.
Cub reporter.
Cub reporter is correct, Robert. You're on a tear. Let's turn Vermont Avenue red. Another $100 goes to Robert. We move on to Connecticut Avenue, the last property on our first block with a value of $120. For control of Connecticut, here is your clue. The other Elvis. Robert.
Costello.
You just beat the buzzer. Costello is right, Robert. Let's turn them all red. We're going to give you $120 for Connecticut Avenue. We're going to add up the three properties in that Monopoly for a total of $320 more into Robert's bank. In short order, Robert. Very well done. We're going to turn the corner, move on to St. Charles Place with a value of $140. All correct answers on this block, players, will begin with the letter H. Taxi queue. Diane.
Hail.
Hail is correct. Oh, hail, Diane. You're the gold player. Turn it gold. Give Diane $140. Let's move over to States Avenue, also a $140 property. For control of States, here is your clue. Munich Mister. Diane.
Hitler.
Hitler is incorrect. Robert or Ken? Hair is what we're looking for. Hair. Oh, my. And Diane, I'm sorry to say, we're going to have to penalize you for an incorrect answer. We're going to have to take away the value of that property. $140 comes out of your bank, players. Nobody took States Avenue on that clue, so we're going to slash the value in half. A discount price, $70, and States Avenue for the next correct answer. If you're ready, here is your clue. Pew tune. Ken.
Him.
Him is correct, Ken. Sing it out. You're the green player. Turn States Avenue green. $70 goes into Ken's bank. We move on to Virginia Avenue at $160. Here is your clue. Demolition dress code. Ken.
Hard hat.
Hard hat is correct, Ken. All right. Let's turn Virginia Avenue green. Another $160 goes to you, Ken. And Robert, you have an opportunity to catch your breath while Diane and Ken battle it out for control of this Monopoly. This is a three-property Monopoly. Ken, you have two properties. You need one more. Therefore, you need one more correct answer. Diane, in order to stop from taking control, you need two properties, two consecutive correct answers. If you are ready, Diane and Ken, here is your clue. Wimpy's wish. Diane.
Hamburger.
Hamburger is correct, Diane. Very well done. That's one for you. The next correct answer takes control of the Monopoly. Dutch sauce. Ken.
Hollandaise.
Hollandaise. Very well solved, Ken. That is a Monopoly. Turn them all green. We're going to add up the value of all those properties, and that's another $440 added to your bank, Ken. We're going to jump the Pennsylvania Railroad tracks and move to St. James Place. For St. James and $180, here is your clue. Religious bovine. Time. Holy cow is what we were going for. Oh, moan and groan now, sure. Nobody rang in on that one. St. James Place, we're going to slash the value in half. For $90 in control of St. James, here is your clue. Fishy pattern. Diane.
Herringbone.
Herringbone is correct, Diane. Let's turn St. James gold. Put $90 into your bank and move on to Tennessee Avenue, $180 property. For control of Tennessee and $180. Your clue. Glues your due. Diane.
Hairspray.
Hairspray is correct, Diane. Turn Tennessee Avenue gold. Put another $180 into Diane's bank. New York Avenue, the last available property on this block, worth $200. Here is your clue. Last limo. Robert. Hearst. Hearst, you just beat the bell, Robert. Turn it red. Very well solved. And Robert, we're going to turn New York Avenue red. Put $200 into your bank. And Ken, it is your turn to sit and watch. Diane and Robert, you're going to battle it out for control of this one. Diane, you now have 2 properties. You need 1 more to complete this monopoly. That's 1 more correct answer. Robert, you're going to need 2 in a row. Here is your clue. Choke hug. Robert.
Stranglehold.
Incorrect, Robert. What we were looking for is the Heimlich maneuver. Diane automatically gets credit for that one. So, Diane, that is a monopoly. Let's turn them all gold. The value of those properties together is $560. Diane, we're going to put that into your bank, and that gives you the lead at the end of this block with $1,010. And we'll be right back to continue the battle for monopolies in just a minute. Come on back and join us.
And now back to Monopoly and your host, Mike Reilly.
Thank you, Charlie O. Thank you. Folks, the beat goes on. We're going to go right back to acquiring monopolies and giving away monies, but let's take just a minute now to meet our 3 contestants this evening. And let's meet tonight's hostess, Michelle Nicholas. Michelle?
Our first player tonight is the red player, a receiving clerk from Los Angeles, California. He's Robert Butler. Next is the gold player, a special education teacher from Auburn, New York. She's Diane Siegel. And our green player is an attorney from Bloomfield, New Jersey. He's Ken Zeman. Good luck, players, and now back to you, Mike.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. And players, we're going to get right back to it. I know everybody's anxious to get into the board, so we're going to go on our 3rd block, starting with Kentucky Avenue with a value of $220. All correct answers on this block, players, will begin with the letter G. Here is your clue. Geese get together. Diane.
A gaggle.
A gaggle of geese, Diane. Very well done. Turn Kentucky Avenue gold. $220 into Diane's bank. Indiana Avenue and $220 for the next correct answer. Here is your clue. Earth pull. Ken.
Gravity.
Gravity is correct, Ken. You pulled that one out. Turn Indiana green. $220 to Ken. We move on to Illinois Avenue. For Illinois Avenue and $240, here is your clue. Good night. Robert.
Galahad.
Galahad, you just beat the buzzer. Don't be shy, just jump on in there. Let's turn Illinois Avenue red. Give Robert $240. And now everybody has a piece of this Monopoly. Players, here is your next clue. Meathead's mate. Diane.
Gloria.
Gloria is correct. A couple others come immediately to mind. Diane, now you have the option. Would you like to play against Robert or against Ken?
Against Robert.
Against Robert. Ken, you had Indiana Avenue. We're going to scrape you off of there. We're going to turn that one gold. Diane, you now have 2 properties in a 3-property monopoly. To acquire that last property, you need 1 correct answer. Robert, you need 2 in a row. If you are ready, here is your clue. Giant chuckle. Diane.
Guffaw.
Guffaw. Yes, Diane. And we do count pronunciation. Turn them all gold. That is your monopoly, Diane, and $680 is the combined value of those properties into your bank. Let's jump the B&O Railroad tracks to Atlantic Avenue. For $260 and control of Atlantic, here is your clue. Toon Trophy. Ken.
Grammy.
Grammy is correct, Ken. Turn it green. $260 goes to you, Ken. The next available property is Ventnor Avenue, also worth $260. Your clue. A not old animal. Nobody. New is what we were looking for. Hey, I don't write them. I just read them, kids. Don't groan at me. Nobody rang in on Ventnor Avenue. No penalties. However, we will slash the value of Ventnor in half for $130 and control of Ventnor. Here is your clue. Round with holes. Golf. Nobody went in for that one. For Ventnor Avenue and $65. Here's your clue. No charge. Diane.
Gratis.
Gratis. Holy cow. And we're back, folks. We are back. $65 for Diane. Ventnor Avenue turns gold. Let's move on to the fabled Marvin Gardens, the last property on this block, worth $280. Here is your clue. Swift traveler. Diane.
Gulliver.
Gulliver is it, Diane. There you go. Now you're on fire. That's 2 of them for you, Diane. You need 1 more property to take over this monopoly. Ken, you have 1. You need 2 more properties. That's 2 more correct answers. Here is your clue. Noel thief. Diane.
Grinch.
The Grinch is correct, Diane, and you stole that one from Ken. Turn them all gold. Add up the value of those properties, and that's another $800 in your bank, Diane. You're going to turn the block into our high-rent district for Pacific Avenue and $300. Give me the correct answer beginning with the letter M. The letter M to this clue. Ramp vamp. Model is what we were looking for. Model is what we wanted. That's okay. We're going to cut Pacific Avenue in half for $150 in Pacific. Your clue. Jazz Waters. Diane.
Muddy.
Muddy Waters is correct, Diane. Very well done. Turn Pacific Avenue gold. $150 goes into Diane's bank. We move on to North Carolina Avenue, a $300 property. Players, here is your clue. Round Table Whiz. Diane.
Merlin.
Merlin is what we were looking for, Diane. Turn it gold. $300 into your bank for Pennsylvania Avenue and $320. Here is your clue. Berlin Buck. Robert.
Mark.
The mark is correct, Robert. That's what we were looking for. Turn Pennsylvania Avenue red. $320 into your bank, Robert. And Ken, you get a moment to think about the error of your ways. While Diane and Robert fight it out for control of this monopoly. Diane, I've said it before, you've got 2 in a 3-property monopoly. 1 more correct answer will do it. Robert, you need 2 in a row. For Diane and Robert, here is your clue. Gobbledygook. Diane.
Mumbledy Jumbledy.
Judge? Ooh, a little something I had for lunch. Robert? I'm sorry, well, Robert, you don't need to because you automatically get credit for that answer. Mumbo Jumbo is what we were looking for, Diane. That's okay. Robert is automatically credited with that answer. That's 1 for you, Robert. The next correct answer takes control of this monopoly. Your clue. Coal hole. Diane.
A mine.
A mine is what we're looking for. Turn them all gold. Once again, the combined value of those properties is $920 into your bank. Diane,
I like that.
Goodness gracious me, oh my. We have 1 more monopoly remaining on the board. Park Place and Boardwalk. For control of Park Place and $350. Here is your clue. Magic Flute Man. Diane.
Mozart.
Very well done, Wolfgang Amadeus. Let's turn that one gold. $350 into Diane's bank for Boardwalk and $400. Here is your clue. Igloo shoes. Robert.
Moccasins.
Diane or Ken? Diane.
Muckalux.
Muckalux is correct. Yes, Diane. We're going to turn it gold. That is a monopoly. Give her $400 for Boardwalk. Give her $750 for the monopoly. And Robert, bad news. An incorrect response cost you $400. You did it in the high rent district where it hurts the most. At the end of this block, Diane, you are my idol. I'm going to take you home. $5,925. And while we're away at commercial, our players are going to spend some of their money to improve their properties with houses and hotels. Houses cost $50 each. Hotels cost $250. But they're a good investment. You're going to see the rewards they're going to reap from those when we come back. Join us.
Welcome back to Monopoly and the Big Money Round. Once again, here's Mike Reilly.
Thank you, Charlie O. Thank you. Here we are again. Well, players, this is it, the make you or break you round. Diane came on like a house of fire that first round, but Robert and Ken, you're going to have a chance to pull it up. You'll all be traveling around the board together, and there are hotels everywhere. Let's take just a minute here to see who built what. Diane, you entered our last round with $5,925 in control of 6 monopolies on the board. You built hotels everywhere. If you've been following the news, that strategy can backfire, but Diane, let's hope it works better for you. Ken, you were in second place with $1,210. You had control of 1 monopoly. You plunked down some hotels there. Robert, you had $1,000 and 1 monopoly as well. You followed the course and stayed with hotels everywhere. Players, we're going to be going around the board on Michelle's roll of the dice. When we land on your property, you're going to collect some rent by answering a clue. If you're not able to come up with the correct answer, though, your opponents can sneak in and steal that rent. If you're all ready, we're going to go to Michelle. And Michelle, roll those dice. See something big? Get us started off. Boxcars to start us off. That's going to take us around the corner to the electric company. And players right away a chance to pick up some quick cash. When we land on a utility, we play for 100 times the roll of the dice. In this case, $1,200. Hands next to your buzzers. I'm going to give you a toss-up clue. The player who rings in with the correct answer takes that cash. Your correct answer will begin with the letter S. The letter S. Here is your clue. Posse boss. Ken.
Sheriff.
Sheriff is correct. Ken, $1,200 for you. Just as quick as that, Ken. You picked yourself up better than a grand. Michelle, let's roll those dice. An 8 is going to take us to free parking. Charlie L., how much is in free parking?
$500, Mike.
The same amount we start with every round. Free parking for 500 quick and easy dollars, players. Your correct answer begins with the letter H. Your clue. Stogie Capital. Ken.
Havana.
Havana! Ken, he's on a tear. Goodness gracious, he answered the bell. $500 to you, Ken. Michelle, roll those dice. 7. That's going to take us down to Ventnor Avenue with a hotel. Charlie, what kind of money is Diane looking at there?
Well, try this, $1,150.
Ooh, $1,150 quick and easy dollars for you, Diane. You have 3 seconds to answer this all by yourself. Your correct answer begins with the letter A. Your clue. Arc parking lot. Robert or Ken? Robert.
Ararat.
Mount Ararat, Robert. Well done. You snuck in there. You stole that rent. Diane got snookered on that one. Let's roll those dice, Michelle. A 7. That's going to take us around the corner. We're back to Pennsylvania Avenue. Once again, Diane, that is yours with a hotel. I have a feeling she's looking at some big numbers there, Charlie.
Absolutely, Mike. $1,400.
$1,400, all for you, Diane. Your correct answer begins with the letter S. The letter S, your clue. Brooklyn's gutter game.
Scully.
Robert or Ken?
Stickball.
Stickball is what we're looking for, Robert. Stickball is what we're looking for. Very well done. You stole that $1,400. Robert opens a substantial lead. Michelle, roll those dice. A 6. That's going to take us right to go. We're going to give everyone $200 for the ride. Diane, you're too patient a landlord. You have to dun them for that rent. Roll those dice. At 11, she's got a hot hand. That's going to take us around the board to St. Charles Place. And Ken, that's good news for you, because St. Charles Place with a hotel rents for, what's that rent for, Charlie?
How about $750, Mike?
How about it, Ken? $750 for you. Your correct answer will begin with the letter P. The letter P, your clue. Bluto's sparring partner. Ken.
Popeye.
Popeye, and point for following the rules, Ken, but don't bother with the buzzer. It's all yours. Michelle, roll those dice. And 8. That's going to take us down to the other end of the block to New York Avenue. Diane, that is in your control with a hotel. What does New York rent for these days, Charlie O?
Well, let's make it an even $1,000, Mike.
A nice, neat number for you, Diane. 1 and 3 zeros for the correct answer to this clue. Beginning with the letter P, Tubby Tanner.
Placido Domingo? No.
No, Robert.
Picasso.
Picasso is incorrect. Ken.
Pavarotti.
Pavarotti is what we're looking for. Another 1,000 for you, Ken. Diane, you were the landlord. We will not penalize you for a correct answer. Robert, though, caught in the act of thievery, that's going to cost you. Take a grand away from him. Let's go to Michelle. Roll those dice. A 10's going to take us all the way around the next block to Marvin Gardens. Marvin Gardens, curiously enough, Diane, that's yours. Huh, go figure. Marvin with a hotel, Charlie. What's that rent for?
Marvin Gardens is worth $1,200.
$1,200, Diane. You passed up a couple of chances. You're giving the gentleman an edge, and we appreciate that. This one's all yours. Your correct answer begins with the letter A. Your clue. Beastly attraction.
Aviary.
Aviary. Ken.
Animal.
More. Nothing, Robert. Animal magnetism is what we were looking for. Animal magnetism. Oh, there were a couple of good guesses out there. That means a minute to go in the round. Diane, no penalty. Ken, you will lose the rent value on that one. We're going to make you a little money back. Let's roll those dice, Michelle. Get us around the board. Boxcars. Goodness gracious, she's got a hot hand. I'm taking you to Vegas. That's going to take us all the way past that high rent district to Diane. But we are on Diane's property. Let's give them $200 for pass and go and find out what Mediterranean rents for with the hotel.
A little bit more. How about $250?
A quick $250 for you, Diane. Your correct answer begins with the letter F. Your clue. Scandinavian or Huckleberry.
Finn.
Finn is correct. Don't use the buzzer. Just shout it out before that time buzzer elapses. Go ahead, Michelle. Roll 'em one time. A 7. That's going to take us to Vermont Avenue. Robert, good news for you. With time running out, Vermont with a hotel will bring you a rent of, what is it, Charlie?
Not bad, $550.
550 quick dollars for you, Robert. Your correct answer begins with the letter F. Your clue, Eden formal wear.
Fig leaf.
Fig leaf is what we're looking for. Give him the money. And that bell is the end of the round. Robert, just at the end, you picked up a little bit of cash. Diane, you went into that round leading by a long margin, but you ended that one with $2,575. You still, however, have control of 6 monopolies on the board. We're going to cash in your hotels, sell them off for $250 apiece, add up the value, and put that in with your score. Diane, your final round total will be $6,575. Robert, you ended that round in respectable shape with $2,750. You still have 1 monopoly on the board. We're going to sell off your hotels. Add up the value of those, put them in with your score to give you a final total of $3,500. Good, but not good enough. Ken, you took the lead in that last round. You came on like gangbusters. You have my undying respect for that. And $3,110. We're going to cash in your hotels, Ken. Add up the value, put them in with your score to give you a total of $3,860. Diane, you're going to run away with this one. And you just earned yourself a chance for $25,000. Diane, come on over here, because that's not all. Very well done, Diane. We taxed your brain. Now we're going to try your luck. We're going to be back in just a minute to give Diane a shot at adding $25,000 or $50,000 to her total on our once around the block bonus round. Come on back and watch her do it. Just in time, Diane is about to go for $25,000. But before we do that, I want to make a quick note. Diane did have a correct response in the 3rd round that we did not give her credit for. I'm from Brooklyn. Scully is a game, and you play it in the gutter. Diane, that was on Pennsylvania Avenue. That was a $1,400 question. We're going to add that to today's total. That gives you nearly $8,000 for today's game. All right. Diane, all the tough work is behind you. We've asked you to place 4 go-to-jails on the board, starting with 1 in the 2nd row. Where did you put that one?
On States Avenue.
On States Avenue. And 1 in the 3rd row? That went on?
Chance.
On Chance. And 2, if you would, in the 4th row, bearing in mind that go to jail in the corner is still in play.
Okay, I'm going to go to luxury tax because I don't usually land on that. And I'm going to go to Park Place.
To Park Place. All right, Diane. That's the tough part. Here's all you have to do. You have 5 rolls of the dice. Every time you roll doubles, I'll give you an extra roll of the dice. If you can go all the way around the board without touching a go to jail and pass go, I'll give you $25,000. If you can land exactly on go, I'll give you $50,000. Every time you pass a square, we'll give you $100. You can stop at any point and keep the money you've made. If you're ready, Diane, I wish you nothing but luck. Take those dice from Michelle and roll them. Let's see some big numbers for you, Diane. Let's go. Let's see something. A 10, a beautiful start, Diane. You get a leapfrog the first block. You're in jail. You've got $1,000 and 4 rolls of the dice left. What do you want to do?
I'm going to do it
You're
again.
going to keep going, keep going. No 3, no 12. A 9, very well done. That takes you to New York Avenue. Diane, you have $1,900. You have 3 more rolls of the dice. Your bad rolls are 3 and 11. What do you want to do?
I will do it again.
She's not stopping. She's not hesitating. Go for it. Oh, Diane, the odds of 3. Oh. But the good news is, Diane, you picked up almost $8,000 for a half hour's work. You can't complain about that, huh?
Thanks so
well
much.
done. Thank you for joining us. For Michelle, for Diane, for myself, peace and good cheer. We'll see you next week. Have a nice week.
I'm just a visiting Monopoly.